Hello Internet, it's Mike White with 143. So I wanted to do a tutorial today about patterns and how to make a palette of patterns. And I'm going to do all of that from a single pattern. But before we get started doing that, I want to show you how I find patterns. Now there's loads of ways to, make patterns in Photoshop. I mean, you can get a pattern out of almost anything that you see. I mean, you just take a picture and make a pattern out of it. But I'm looking for patterns that have, impact and that I can make a palette, because I'm going to do a take on the old, mama, that we see so often. Almost embarrassing we see it so much, but everybody's got to do it. So that's what I'm doing. All right, so I've come to one of my favorite websites. It's publicdomainpictures.net. And I've literally just typed in seamless star pattern. And you get all these results at the top that are going to take you to paid results, and you've got all these free results at the bottom. And so I just looked for a pattern that had interest, lots of different shades of the same color, and I chose this one. Okay, so I've downloaded that and I've got it in Photoshop, and I've converted it to a smart object. So you just right click and hit convert to smart object. And then I have also made a palette. So I chose the color, what I saw as the boldest color in the middle of this. And then I went to another tool that is brand new to me, and I'm super excited about it. And it's at coolers.co, and it is their palette generator. And I'm able to set the color, and I've set it to that color. And then I'm able to lock or unlock colors, and I locked this color. And then just hit spacebar, and it generates, I don't know if they're complementary. I don't know enough about color theory, guys. I'm just learning. But it generates all these beautiful palettes. And so now, popping back over to Photoshop, I've got my palette. I just, took a screenshot. I just hit print screen or alt print screen, whichever it is, and just, took a screenshot. And this is the starting color, and we can see that that's balanced with the background here. And so to do this work, I want to create a palette of, this pattern. And it's helpful that this pattern has white in it. That's always really helpful. And I'm going to just go ahead and duplicate this layer. And then I am going to make a group. And I'm going to pick this next color. Okay. And so I'm going to grab that hex code because I want to name my group, and I'm going to show you another cool tool. This is the last one I got today. And it is this, I don't know how you pronounce that, chir.ag. And it's just a project that somebody, another guy like me that struggles with color names, came up with something, and he's going to give us the color. So here's the color, yellow, orange. And I'm just going to pop over here and name this the yellow-orange group. And then I'm going to create a new layer on top. So in that same group, I can turn this one off, doesn't matter. It's below it, and we're covering the entire canvas, so we don't have to worry about that. And I'm just going to make this my color layer, okay? I'm naming things, I'm being a good boy. And I'm just going to pick that color that I want to match and paint that completely over on that color layer. And then I'm going to set that to color. So the blending mode or whatever that is right here in the select box, I've set that to color. Okay, so now we're getting a blend between the pattern and its color and then this color layer. So I'm going to convert that to a smart object as well, just so I can use it multiple times and not actually be, it's called non-destructive editing when you do that. And we go to Image Adjustments and Hue Saturation. Making something a smart object just locks it away in like a PSB document that you can edit. You can open it up. But what it does is it's, just saving the original. So I'm just saving that original color. It's just a color layer, but now I can play with that. In any way that I want to. And I just realized I got awkward there because I just realized I need to be adjusting this layer. Hue saturation. Alright. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Alright, so we're just going to adjust the hue and get it down to where it's close. And that looks pretty close to me. And then we're just going to play with the saturation. I'm going to try to leave the lightness completely alone if I can. There's going to be colors here that we can't, like these darker ones, we're going to have to play with the lightness. But as close as I can get, and you know, that's close enough for me. I mean, my gosh, it's, you know, you could dial it in forever. But I'm just going to let that one sit there. And then I'm going to duplicate this group. And I'm actually going to rasterize this layer. I didn't need to make that one a smart object. I'm giving you the whole speech about that because I need to make this one a smart object or I'll have to keep getting the original. Every time I adjust the hue, you know, I don't want to have to, I want to go back to the original. Okay, so we'll just paint on this color layer with this color. And then we are going to take this and we're going to get that color name because I got to stay organized. Nope. Grab the hex code. Razzmatazz. See, I love that. I have no idea. I would never have called that razzmatazz. At least it gives me something to name it. I don't know if anybody knows what razzmatazz looks like right off the bat. Alright, and I'm just going to play with my hue again on this layer. And I think we just passed it. And we can play with the saturation, but we're going to have to mess with the lightness on this. So somewhere like in there. And then we can increase the saturation and really kind of nail that color. Okay, so I'm going to end up, as you can see, with just a palette of patterns that all are going to go together. So there you go. Hey, I hope that was helpful. Take care.